guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a morning routine with my 4 kiddos, 2 of which are twin newborn baby girls named Ella and Everly, and I also have my 3-year-old son named ANSEL and my 6-year-old daughter named Ava, who's actually in 1st grade. So this morning I'm basically going to be getting her ready for school. So usually in the morning I like to play on my phone if I'm up before the babies, but as you guys can see, one of them has already started to fuss, so that kind of cut my Facebook and Instagram time in half. Nobody's gonna save an oh my, you're my broken love. So usually first thing in the morning, before I get the kids up or before the kids are awake, I try to go ahead and nurse both of the girls, change diapers. That way when we do go to the bus stop, it's a lot easier. But this morning, since my mom was still staying with us, she actually watched the twins for me. And this here is baby Everly. She's honestly such an easygoing baby. It's Ella who is the fuss monster, as we like to call it. Usually I like to try and nurse Ella first because she's a really quick nurser and Ella is kind of a slower one. But this morning Ella was sound asleep and Everly was wide awake. And of course, I'm greeted by my 3-year-old son named ANSEL, who just woke up. Ava actually started getting ready for school before I even got into her room. And here I'm showing what time it is. I think it was 7:37 at that point in time. So usually I like to get Ava's school clothes ready the night before, but for some reason that didn't happen. So I went ahead while she was in the bathroom brushing her teeth and washing her face. I got her school clothes ready. And please excuse the drawers on the left-hand side of the screen. Ava tried to pick out some clothes before I was able to do it, and she pretty much broke her dresser. But it's okay, my husband ended up fixing it right before he went to work. I like to go ahead and get myself ready. I brush my teeth, wash my face. Usually I do my skincare routine early in the morning when the kids are getting ready, but of course running behind a little bit, so I like to go ahead and do that later on in the day. That way I wasn't taking too long. Lunch for Ava, she wanted macaroni and cheese, so here I am going ahead and prepping her lunch for school. I usually put her macaroni and cheese in a thermos and I boil hot water and put it in the thermos first. That way it is still hot and ready for her when it's lunchtime. Ava is honestly not a picky kid at all, and like I said before, I usually do her lunches. And here I am making a quick breakfast. Ava is not really a early in the morning breakfast type of girl, but she will eat a toaster strudel, and so will Mr. Ansel as well as myself. But I went ahead and made 4 of them just because my mom and I were both there as well. Love you, baby. Bye-bye, Ava.
Bye bye, mommy.
You want to say bye-bye to Ava? For some reason, I swear to God, both of my twin girls are never on the same schedule during the daytime. At night, they are on the same sleeping schedule, which honestly I'm pretty happy about. But usually during the daytime, one is up and one is always asleep. They're never asleep at the same time or for the same period of time. And I usually try to pump once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once later on in the evening. Here I am. Here is the milk that I pumped from my morning session. I go ahead and bag it downstairs and I make it into the girls' bottle. The girls both each get one bottle a day. Usually it's at night. That way it kind of helps them sleep a little bit longer. That is one hack that I figured out. Give them a bottle and they sleep a little bit longer. That way my husband and I can sleep a little bit longer. And here I am just getting dinner out. We had chicken breast in the crock pot that night, and here I am just storing the breast milk and putting it into their bottles, and I'm using the Como Tomo bottles for the very first time. And Ella did not like the bottle and Everly loved it. Ella is so used to just chugging down her milk with all the other bottles, but this Como Tomo bottle was actually made her take her time and slow down, which honestly she did not care for. Okay guys, so I was about to end the vlog and it wasn't like, oh hey guys, I'm gonna end the vlog. It was like cut, like an abrupt ending to my vlog. But I had to come on here. I didn't show you guys what I ate for breakfast. It wasn't nothing fancy. I just had a toaster strudel with the icing on top. I had a strawberry one. I made extras for my mom and myself. And then for lunch, I'm just having leftovers that I didn't finish from dinner. It's a baked potato and steak, and it's so good. It tastes even better the next day. So I don't know. I usually don't eat leftovers like that, but baked potato and steak always hits the spot. So yeah, another thing that you guys have seen, I do pump at least 2 to 3 times a day. I usually do a morning pump, a mid-afternoon, late afternoon, and then an evening pump session, just because the babies are still pretty young. Ella can empty out my breast. Everly is still working on nursing efficiently right now. So I do still try to pump in between. In the milk that I pump, I pour it into a bottle, and I give them anywhere between, well, I give them a 3 ounce bottle, and it kind of depends on how hungry they are around the time that I give them the bottle. Sometimes they can chuckle down the 3 ounces, and sometimes they only do 2 ounces, and then I have an ounce left. And also I forgot to tell you guys that I did use my Haka. On one side I got 2 ounces, on the other I got 3 ounces. So I just use the 3 ounces in total, put that in a bottle, and then the milk that I pumped from this morning, I just went ahead and put that into another 3 ounce. I put another 3 ounces into a bottle, and I give the girls a bottle once a day. And the reasons why I give them a bottle at least once a day: one, they do not tolerate the vitamin D drops just giving it to them in their mouth. So my pediatrician told me that I can just drop it inside of their milk, and that's what I did with Ansel, and I also did that with Ava. And then number two is because I want them to get used to a bottle. So if something were to happen to me and I'm gone away from home for a long period of time, my mom or my husband can still feed them, and I don't have to worry about having to rush back home and feed them, or I don't have to worry about how my babies are going to eat while I'm away from them. That was a huge concern with Ansel. When I was in the hospital, around this age, I was in the hospital for my gallbladder with Ansel, and Ansel was breastfed baby at the time. He was breastfed and bottle fed, but he wasn't a really good bottle eater. So yeah, and I usually give them a bottle in the evening if I'm helping my daughter with homework, because usually in the evening I feel as though they nurse a lot longer, and that's when they're like the hungriest. And then any of the leftover milk, I just go ahead and put it in a breast milk bag and I freeze it. And yeah, I do that 2 to 3 times a day. I try to do it. I try to get that third pumping session in, because it just makes all the difference. And sometimes, and majority of the time, I just pump for relief. If I'm super filled up or I'm super engorged, I just pump for relief. But yeah, you guys, that is pretty much my morning routine with a first grader, a toddler, and 2 twin newborns. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.